NASA funded a private moon trip or a moon landing?
Yes. I didn't know it was NASA funded. I thought it was completely privately funded. But yeah, some weird ass company just allegedly made it to the fucking moon. That only happened yesterday or something.
Yeah, I think they left about maybe a couple of days ago to go to the moon. They had this like little lunar lander, which was small as fuck.
Yeah.
They managed to land it on its side, which destroyed the camera equipment. These are the people who apparently landed actual humans on the moon.
1969.
And yes, and you know, fucking like the computers, like you got computers these days, like this much power.
Yep.
The computers are fucking huge, and they're running like what, fucking 52K RAM and stuff like that, like nothing.
Yep. Yeah, it was basically all analog. Nothing was digital, man. They had these huge fucking rooms full of computers. You'll be able to bring it back up here. My favorite thing about the moon landing is when the lunar lander took off again. So one, who was fucking filming that?
Well,
How did it relay the information back to Earth? And you can see it as it takes off, man. There's like streamers under it, man. It looks like it reminded me of remember Power Rangers back in the day?
Yes. And
yeah, like it looked super low budget, man.
Power Rangers, man, looked real at the time.
Well, they were real people, yeah. But that with the lunar landing. Also, as we know, the Indian government tried to go there last year or this year, and they landed on the dark side of the moon, and everything was fucked. Also, the Japanese government sent a lunar rover there, and it had solar panels on the top of it, obviously to power it. They landed it upside down, so it was just dead there. So we're talking major powers in the world can't do it today, but the US government did it in 1969 with people.
So what does that say to you, do you reckon? With all this information we've got at hand, we can't even land a little like rover or whatever on the fucking moon.
Man, I've always firmly believed that the moon landing was an absolute fucking hoax, man. It was a space race with the Russians at that point in time. And I have also delved into this before. It's extremely hard to find. My barber sent it to me ages ago, and he was like struggling to dig it up and send it to me again. Stanley Kubrick, before he died, admitted that he made the moon landing set and filmed it.
Well, there you go. And that guy had some fantastic films, especially sci-fi films. So he would have a knowledge of how to do certain movie techniques and stuff like that. But
he was the Ridley Scott of his day.
Yeah. God. It's good movies that man's made. Yeah, so that's it. So obviously they own a race, whatever. Now, these days, with the technology we have at hand, they can't even land a fucking small rover on there. Lean on the side and just abandon all hope. Also, but they got rovers and equipment on Mars.
Allegedly, yes.
Allegedly.
Yeah. No, sorry. I trust Elon Musk more than I trust NASA. He reckons he has equipment on Mars. Does he not?
I don't think he does.
Really? Who does? NASA.
NASA does. Your friends at NASA.
My friend, yes.
Remember back in I think it was the 1970s. I don't know if it was the Viking spacecraft that took photos of Cydonia region on Mars.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you remember what was on there?
Pyramids, I believe.
And?
The face.
The face of Mars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happened to that?
What?
So in the 70s when they got the photos of that, I think it was a man, Richard Holgan, which was on our mate's Art Bell's radio station.
Yep.
So in the 90s, they wanted to get more photos, right? So they were discussing, there was a petition in there to get more photos of the face of Mars and stuff, and NASA were like, no, we're not going to take photos of it. It's too hard to orbit our craft around there, a satellite, to take photos. Yep. So eventually enough pressure, NASA's like, all right, fuck it. So they went around, they got the photos, they sent them back, and it was completely different. There was nothing there. There was all like, the photos they sent back was all like digitalized, like, well, they've done something to it, right, to make it less softer and stuff like that. So I'll get the photos. Yep. We can check the photos out. Yeah. So after that, then people are like, what the fuck? Why would NASA do such a thing?
Why would NASA lie? Because they gatekeep all the information, bro.
Exactly. I don't know what reason. I don't know, religion, power, who knows. But they also, I think lately, or maybe in the early 2000s, they re-looked at them with computer technology, and they could see that NASA has scrubbed them using technology like filters and stuff, that they're not the real photos.
Excellent. God bless NASA.
Also, I'm going to take Mars again. When you think of Mars, what color do you think of?
Red.
It's not red.
Really? What is it?
It's a filter they used.
Really?
Yes.
So
it's like a hazy green, not like a light green.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You definitely have to get some photos of that up.
But what is real? I don't know.
One thing, yeah, don't have a mental breakdown just yet. Do it in your own time. One thing that I loved about Mars last year is when there is a clear-cut doorway. Have you seen that into the mountains?
Oh yes, fantastic.
And man, it is complete right angles with hallways going down like that. And our good friends at NASA were like, no, that's just a trick of shadows and blah, blah, blah. It's just a natural occurring event. Last time I checked, nature does not work in straight lines or genomically correct fucking angles. You know what I mean?
Well, clearly they do because NASA told us they do.
Yeah, well, that's it, bro.
So who are you, Professor?
Well, that's it. Who am I? Fucking nobody. Man, it's like that pin that fucking, what's his name? You know his name. He's the head of Egyptology.
Oh, Awu Hawasi or Zawe Hawasi or something?
Man, whenever there's a new finding there, a new tunnel, a new chamber, everything, man, he just comes and he's like, no. And takes in full rights to it, and that's it. Gatekeeps that too, man.
That's bullshit. I think we've, especially the pyramids, because they're for the world, man. They're for us, not for fucking Egypt.
They are.
Because Egypt didn't exist when they fucking built them.
Why do you think they are gatekeeping all this information from the general public and have been for, I don't know, decades now?
Because there's fucking pyramids on Mars, that's why. There's pyramids every single continent.
Mm-hmm.
There's that many theories about them that, you know, like we could go on for days. So what do we got? An ancient race built them. They're used by space people for astrological navigation. They could possibly be used for powering certain old technology with power sources and stuff like that.
Yep.
Who else knows? I don't know. But why?
Well,
yeah.
Again, the power of fucking crystals, man. They cover most, especially the fucking the Great Pyramid, Khufu in Egypt, in limestone. Why the fuck did they do that?
I don't know. What's your fear in this?
I don't know. Well, that
like the
dude
conductive, some kind of.
Yeah. Well, that's it. They're extremely conductive, I suppose. But that dude with the weird ass hair on, what is it? Ancient Aliens.
Yeah.
You know that guy? He claimed they could have been ancient power plants. Yeah, aliens.
Yeah, who would believe something crazy like that? It was crazy.